Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Deathsight here with you today, and I'm going to give my thoughts about the whole Blizzard lawsuit debacle, all that fun stuff. Okay. The fact that it is even happening is, I want to say it's surprising, but it's given how the gaming industry has been, and until there's some form of actual law changing happening to where they have to scrutinize this a lot more than what they normally do, which I'm not a law expert. I don't know how they could go about doing that, but I guess mainly the big thing right now is to try and get some form of unionization to happen. That way, this kind of stuff is actually properly reported, properly dealt with by their HR, whoever would deal with them. And it's mind-boggling how they let it get this far and how far back it goes. Because apparently this goes back farther than even, well, I say Morheim because, he's a co-founder, was the CEO. But it goes back to his days and well into his days. And I think anytime that they, Morheim or Metzen or anyone that has formerly worked there, it has made some sort of statement, that has almost for a fact had to go through some sort of lawyer, yeah. It's had to went through them to make sure that there's zero self-incrimination into it. So they could be withholding the truth to some degree, which honestly would not surprise me. But it's just really sad that we're in this place right now, because so many people love not just World of Warcraft, but Blizzard as a whole. Even in the beginnings of when Activision Blizzard was a thing, there was still good stuff coming out. Things were still not as terrible. But you could definitely see the building blocks of the eventual more Activision bleeding into Blizzard. I think it's kind of a good and a bad thing that Activision, I guess they bought Blizzard, or they shareholders own so much of it. Ow, that was my desk. But I just wish that people could how do you, I'm not a quote-unquote rock star developer, so I don't know, maybe you get a bit of a ego to it, since you're like, oh, we're developing this game that has multiple millions of people playing it, we can do no wrong, so let's just joke about harassment and all that kind of stuff. I'm not gonna say any of the other words because I'll probably get taken down or something like that. My videos can't be monetized since I don't have the subscribers or the views. It used to be monetized way back in the day before they changed all that, but I earned a cool $3, which I never got because they don't pay out until you make over $100. Anyway, what I would like to see done is probably get rid of anyone there that has even remotely displayed any sort of behavior like what we're seeing of the people that were either mentioned in the lawsuit, like Alex Afarazbi, whatever the hell his name is. Anyone displaying anything even close to that magnitude of disgusting behavior needs to be removed from the company with any and all force. Because that should not stand. I don't care how long you've been in a company. I don't care what your position is. There is zero excuse for that to happen. Ever. Ever. It's unacceptable. And they're lucky they're not well, they could. Maybe they'll face jail time for it. They should. There is zero universe where that should not result in jail time. Like, a lot of jail time. But as far as going forward, I would say, well, like WoW is, for if I could talk, for instance, World of Warcraft. Just cut Shadowlands where it is. Well, wrap the story up as best as you can, which I'm using the word story very loosely anymore because it's went from a story that continues on that has like certain endpoints and beginning points to catch what happens next time on the next episode of Sylvanas is not evil now, or something like that. We get like every cinematic they've done, at least in Shadowlands. It answers questions, but there's like 100 more possibilities and questions that it opens up. And it gets annoying. Very annoying. Could we just get maybe not crystal clear answers, because I know they're trying to like build worlds and lore and all that, because they're literally making this up as they go. They don't have Warcraft 3 to really base anything on anymore. Because they could up until Arthas. That was pretty much all. Arthas was straight from Warcraft 3. But they need to wrap the story up for Shadowlands. Be done with it. And as far as systems go, for the love of everything, we do not need another system on a system on a system on a system on a system, or any sort of borrowed power. Power that we are earning should be power that is in some form staying, not being reallocated elsewhere, not giving us an extra talent that no one's going to use in the next expansion. No. We need some form of long-term progression system other than like adding new talents, which, yay, you gave us a new skill that you're going to imbalance to hell and back, then try and fix 300 times and not be able to do it, and then nerf it or buff it or get rid of it completely. And I know game development is a very fluid thing. Not everything is black and white. I get that. But they have been doing this for almost 17 years. And I know not everyone has been there the 17 years. Duh. I know that. But I would think people would be able to show, like, the old guard could show the new guard coming in what they were doing, and they could take that and move on with it, put in new ideas. But you know what? Put the new ideas in a beta. See if it works, or an alpha. See if it works there. And have it not take up bazillion resource hours. But as far as Blizzard as an entire entity, Activision Blizzard, they're going to be in damage control for a very long time, I feel. This is not going to be a quick fix. And I honestly wouldn't want it to be a quick fix. Because if they fix something like this real quick with like a band-aid fix, guess what happens when the band-aid falls off? I mean, there are still things I look forward to from Blizzard. I greatly look forward to Diablo 4. From all accounts, even though they lost their game director recently, and he was like actually removed from the company, so that never really bodes well when your game director gets axed. But I want Diablo 4 to do well. I want it to be a good game. I want Diablo Immortal to be a good game. But I am terrified of how they're going to monetize it. Because it's Activision Blizzard, and it's Bobby Kotick. He's going to see those dollar signs dance in front of his eyes to the thought of people paying to do X, Y, and Z in Diablo Immortal, and he's going to say, monetize the crap out of it. I need to buy 12 more yachts. Come on, let's go. And no, Bobby Kotick is no saint. In any press release or public statement he does is not written by him. It's written by like a team of lawyers. It's basically, they write it to make it sound as pleasing to us. They're making us, they're telling us what we want to hear, not what they actually are saying. It seems to be a common thing these days. So in closing, what I would like Blizzard to do is probably what they're kind of already doing, is like rethinking a bunch of stuff, putting more things in place, so if people are being harassed or anything like that, that the people who are being harassed can actually have faith that their issues are being addressed. And not just, oh, well, he's been here for X amount of years, so we can't really do anything. That should never fly in any industry. I don't care. No. And hopefully they can, I don't know, I haven't played WoW since this came out, and I don't really want to. There's not really anything in the game for me to strive to do. Because, I mean, anything lore-wise, I can just watch Beliar or somebody like that. They'll have all the lore for me. And when stuff's in PTR, they'll go through the testing, and they'll show us then. And probably again when it's live. It just sucks. Yeah, that's pretty much the wrap up of it. It really, really, really sucks. And honestly, I barely even played the Diablo 2 Resurrected beta. One, because how you had to bind a key to I know this is how it's always been, but you had to bind a key to like F1 to select the ability, then hit the whichever mouse button you have bound. I mean, you can bind it to whatever, but to me, really getting into Diablo 2 for the first time in early access, that was... I mean, as someone that's been playing Diablo 3 since beta, I'm not very fond of that. But if you plug a controller in, it makes it to like how it would be on console, more or less, where your abilities are A, B, X, Y. So I might play that way unless they do something with that layout. Anyway, I've rambled on long enough. Thank you guys for watching. Have a good one.